acknowledge the pride of Universe 11 with the brand new Jiren Acknowledge Me merchandise line featuring t-shirts in various different colors and sizes, shipping all over the world. And not just t-shirts, you also have hoodies, tank tops, sweatshirts, and yes, also mugs and face masks right now at a discounted price on the Geekdom 101 store. Click the link down below and get yours right now. Limited time only. At some point in the near future, I'm going to be doing an Ultra Instinct Omnibus video that combines all of the information that we have so far about UI into one video. So that way everybody can watch that if you're new to the channel. And if you are new, remember to subscribe and enable all notifications to keep you up to date with all the Dragon Ball Super news with the movie, the manga, and the anime, and whatever else comes down the pipeline. Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72 provided a new twist to Ultra Instinct. The fact that Ultra Instinct can not only be used in Goku's base form, but with other subsequent Super Saiyan forms like Super Saiyan God, for example. Now, if you have not yet watched my Super Saiyan God Explain video, part of the transformation guide, I would encourage you to check that out if you may have forgotten some things about Super Saiyan God, or maybe you don't know some things, some aspects of the creation of that form and how that form works on its own, because we're not really going to be going into that in this video. We're going to be discussing how Ultra Instinct works with Super Saiyan God. Now, we explained recently in Dragon Ball Super that the way that the angels have perfected UI, aka Migate no Gokui, the mastery of self-movement, is that it could be used in your base form. And he tells Goku that Ultra Instinct is preferably used in base, but when Goku ends up in a serious pinch, he can tap into the full version of Ultra Instinct, which is of course the one with the silver hair. And some people are confused about this. I've said this many times before. Ultra Instinct is both a transformation and a technique. This debate needs to stop because it falls into both categories, but also is its own category, a league of its own, a state of being. Ultra Instinct can be used as a technique by the angels and now by Goku to allow their body to move on its own without thinking. This optimizes speed and optimizes the defense side of Ultra Instinct, but also can increase your power. This was talked about in Dragon Ball Super all the way back when Goku first used UI Omen, and Android 17 noticed that Goku had an increase in power. It's not just defensive, but also offensive as well, but it does seem to work better as a defensive technique. At least the Omen version, the non-silver-haired version, certainly does. However, we also have the silver-haired UI, which is a transformation. Why is it a transformation? Because Goku's hair changes color. And when you change your appearance to where you can manipulate the color of your hair or have a new aura, that constitutes it being a transformation, and thus Ultra Instinct with the silver hair, mastered, completed UI, is a transformation. However, Ultra Instinct as a state of being is different. We see Goku utilize this in Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 72, where he uses it while using Super Saiyan God, and Vegeta explains that in Super Saiyan God, if Goku can focus, he can use the properties of UI as a technique in battle. So it enhances his ability to have his body move on its own, and primarily this could be used as a way to tap into higher speed without having to go into the silver-haired Ultra Instinct, which presumably has some kind of drawback when it comes to it being used, because Whis tells Goku to only use that when he's really in a pinch. It's just the mastered UI, the ultimate form of Goku, at least for now. Because who knows what else Toriyama and Toyotaro will come up with for Goku in the future. But what I want to explain here is kind of fix the confusion, because some folks have said that Goku is stacking Ultra Instinct's power on top of Super Saiyan God or vice versa. Understand that when it comes to the power of Ultra Instinct, like the strength, the force behind his strikes and whatnot, that's primarily something that we see Goku utilize when he uses the silver-haired form. That is not to say that Omen doesn't give you a power-up or even UI and base. That's not what I'm saying. But obviously the max power UI is utilized when Goku uses the silver-haired form. What this is doing is it's not necessarily a stack in power, or at least it's not really implied to be a stack in power. It's the fact that Goku can now use the properties of UI while in Super Saiyan God. So pretty much think about it like this. Goku transforms into Super Saiyan God and taps into his God Ki to fight his opponents, right? But while he's fighting his opponents, he chooses not to really utilize his brain to allow his body to move even faster. And that's why this version of Super Saiyan God is a bit faster than what it would be if he didn't tap into UI. So Goku's body, his legs, his arms, his head, everything moves faster because he's allowing his body to move on its own. The mastery of self-movement. Ultra Instinct Migate no Gokui. Now, obviously when Goku uses Super Saiyan Blue has been stated to be faster and stronger than God, but it may have a bit of a problem when transforming into it because it drains stamina. So, if Goku uses the mastery of self-movement while in Super Saiyan Blue, then basically what he's doing is he's enhancing Super Saiyan Blue. He's making Super Saiyan Blue work better than it would without the add-on that is the mastery of self-movement. Same thing with God and everything else. But in order for Goku to utilize his absolute maximum power, he would have to at that point transform. And the key word there is transform into completed silver-haired Ultra Instinct. I hope that makes sense. Basically, Goku using UI in God or in Blue or whatever other forms, even in regular Super Saiyan, is just him enhancing the movements of his limbs in those forms. But the true version of UI for Goku would be the silver-haired. This is just him doing what Whis taught him to do, which is that he needs to become faster by letting his limbs move on their own. So that is pretty much how Super Saiyan God can be enhanced by Ultra Instinct. Obviously, as this story arc progresses, we may learn even more facts about Ultra Instinct, but for now, that appears to be the best way to explain this for those who may be confused. You have to remember that Ultra Instinct is a state of being, a technique that can be used even in base form, but it's also a transformation when Goku uses the silver-haired max power, ultimate, final, whatever word you want to call it, completed, perfected, whatever, silver-haired Ultra Instinct. That's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll talk to you soon.